Hush with rose and hush bow drawn across the veil, white to crimson dressed like lilies, bleeding into scale. Bandage on the right side, left iris hums a dial tone. Tick, I tune the faults of fate until the graveyard sing me home. I don't conduct an orchestra, I orbit raw existence. My pulse is metronomic death. Rebirth keeps time with distance. If paradise is fractured glass, I solder it with sound. Let every shard remember me when silence comes unbound. A comet clipped my cradle. All the townsfolk turned to cinders. I caught their dying frequencies like fireflies and splinters. Immortal by misfortune, half a hymn, half discord's winter. Every wound a violin, every scar a sharpened printer. They called it witchcraft, laughed at prayers, tried charting out my marrow. But graphs can't map a requiem that folds the dawn to narrow. I made a hall of red and black, let sobbing tempos shatter. The crowd called beauty, I called loss. We disagreed on matter. I chased a promise, paper thin, a lifeline in the gale. A word can be a lighthouse or a harpoon to impale. If faith is just a feedback loop replayed until it breaks, I'll splice its tape and mod the fate that apathy remakes. I'm the metronome of mourning, making heaven out of ruin. Turn the thunder into tuning, make the dust decide to bloom in. If the world is out of key, I pull its soul into alignment. Breath and breath between them both, I build a changeless island. My baton writes the lore of afterlives in violet. Perfect form and perfect flesh, I'll calibrate the quiet. Overseer of thresholds, flags of Lycaris keep their vigil. I walk the labs at midnight like a rumor with a sigil. Overclock the oversoul, 30-fold horizon stretch, 46 eternal seconds, holding chaos by the neck. Inside me, 1,000 tempests, all compliant to emotion. I surf a sawtooth waveform like a saint strapped to an ocean. The statue of my memory rebuilt from powdered hours. Cracks became the perfect gaps, the fault lines learned to flower. Creation's double-edged, a lullaby that levels cities. I can cradle you in soft renewal or conduct the gritty. If order is a mercy, then I'll measure out its thread, tie it round the world's wrist till its pulse forgets We danced in mutual distances to ellipses, never meeting. You doubted, so the sphere I spun became a throat for cheating. I showed you how the past was scored, you read the trap beneath it. I'm guilty of the gospel I composed, and yet I'll preach it. How far to save the ones I lost, as far as breath permits. If the price is every heartbeat left, my ledger still commits. Don't moralize my metering, you only hear the treble. The bass line is a burial ground that bargains with the devil. I'm the metronome of mourning, making heaven out of ruin. Turn the thunder into tuning, make the dusk decide to bloom in. If the world is out of key, I pull its soul into alignment. Breath and breath between them both, I build a changeless island. My baton writes the lore of afterlives in violet. Perfect form in perfect flesh, I'll calibrate the quiet. They say I'm lost, well, loss is what I architect for solace. A sanctuary beyond where every ghost inherits polish. Skin rewrites in 6 within a quarter hour, organs follow. Time itself takes lessons, I instruct its yawning hollow. Jealous of a whole will, maybe yet my splinters make me many. I'm a choir in a rib cage, singing debts I'll never penny. If reality is stubborn, I'll finesse its frequency. A sovereign of soft entropy who bends finality. I hold a ticket, creased with years, the door forever closing. Not waiting for a friend or fate, the lifeline I've been posing. I'll cut it now and let it fray, then tune the fray to form. If truth is just a weather vane, I'll consecrate the storm. I'm the metronome of mourning, making heaven out of ruin. Turn the thunder into tuning, make the dusk decide to bloom in. If the world is out of key, I pull its soul into alignment. Breath and breath between them both, I build a changeless island. My baton writes the lore of afterlives in violet. Perfect form in perfect flesh, I'll calibrate the quiet. So if I sink, don't name me. Let the lilies wear my color. Let the echoes keep my left eye's altered universe in clover. I am the pause between demise and dawn, the seam that binds it, where silence learns